You're watching Moms Matter here at FocusTV Network. I have our incredible life coach, Carolyn Mahboubi, who's back today to teach us about how our daily life can just be improved with creating buckets. So, Carolyn, thanks for coming back again today to be with us.
My pleasure, Sharon.
You had told me off the record when we were chatting about how you tell all of your clients and yourself, the way you live your life, to separate your daily life into buckets. What are these buckets?
Okay, good question. Thank you. So the bucket idea comes from the challenge that all of us have, which is how do we prioritize our day? Most people come to coaching because they feel like they don't have control over their lives and their day just flies by and there's not enough time for anything. And I challenge that by saying, yes, there is more than enough time for everything as long as we clarify what is important to us and then make a commitment to only those things. We do that by visually creating in our mind, visually buckets. These buckets are what is really important to you. So we do a value assessment. We talk about values. We really dig deep in the coaching to understand, what is most important to you in life. And it cannot be 10 things. It's usually 3, 4, 5 things maximum. And for example, it could be parenting. It could be your work. It could be your intimate relationship with your partner. It could be health and wellness. It could be your spiritual work, fun and enjoyment, travel and exploration. For everybody, it's different. And the most important thing is to recognize what those are. So for me, I have 4 buckets. One is coaching. And there is everything that goes into coaching falls in that bucket. So if I'm listening to a podcast, reading a book, getting coached myself, going to school for continuing education, of course, along with actual coaching of clients goes in that bucket. Another is health and wellness. I run in the mountains or if I'm eating a good meal or if I'm taking a nap or all of these things that go into that bucket. So the reason for being clear about your buckets is because you always want to be able to check in with yourself through the day and ask yourself, what am I doing? And you should be able to very clearly say, I'm depositing in this bucket.
So every day you have your 4 buckets and every day you've got to deposit into each bucket?
Ideally, you want to deposit in all 4 buckets a little bit every day. It's never going to be equal. Right. So for sure, one day you might be, depositing big time in your work bucket, but even a 5-minute walk around the block is a deposit in your wellness bucket, okay? You ask yourself, and it might be a day where really it's very difficult to show up as a parent. But on that day, a text is better than nothing at all. Hi, sweetheart, how are you? Thinking of you, something like that. Or for me, another one of my buckets is relationships. Relationships are really important to me. So I make sure that I'm always connected during my day in a way that is meaningful. The important thing about buckets is it stops you from people pleasing. It stops you from wasting your time. It stops you from procrastination. Because if you are doing something that is not a deposit in any of those buckets, you've got to stop.
You shouldn't be doing it. That's right. That's brilliant. It really is brilliant. I feel like if you set up your buckets, which since we've had this talk, I've set up buckets for myself.
You have?
I have. I really have. And in my mind, I think, wait a minute, why am I doing this? And I realize I'm doing so many things in a day that don't fill my buckets, and it's a waste of time and energy.
Exactly. So for example, relationships being really important to me, if I'm having a conversation with someone and that relationship is not giving anything to me and it's not important to me, then I recognize, okay, I'm people pleasing, or I'm doing this out of guilt, or I'm doing this for whatever other reason. And, I phase that relationship out of my life because it's not depositing in my true relationship bucket.
Right. You said something else to me as well. You said that we all get invited to so many events and parties and charities, and you look at your bucket list. And if it doesn't fulfill one of those buckets, then you won't go to the party just to go.
Yes.
I love that. so much of our time is wasted doing things that we shouldn't be doing. And I thought that was such a great example. And you just live your life with so much more intention when you have these simple buckets set up. I just love it. I love it. I love the idea. I think it's incredible.
It's life-changing. It's absolutely life-changing, but you do have to make a commitment to it.
Yes. Well, everything is
yes.
But I love it. I cannot wait to hear more from you beyond the buckets. This is our first lesson here is buckets with Carolyn Mahboubi. Really, just that little change in my life has changed my life for the better. So I thank you for that.
Thank you.
And I thank you for being here with us today. And we hope we'll have you back again very soon.
Thank you.
And you saw it right here on FocusTV Network. We spoke with Carolyn Mahboubi about filling your buckets and living a more intentional life where, yes, you do feel satiated at the end of the day. And we hope to see you guys next time. Have a great day.